Welcome to good evening, everybody. Ken Johnson here. And as I was saying in my description, in case you didn't read it, it's a brand new work week. It's a brand new week and new things happening, new things going on. So tell me about your day. Tell me what's going on with you, and I'll tell you about what's going on with me. What's up, Carrie? And today, let's see, today is Monday, November the 11th. The time right now is 9:36. Yeah, I didn't know if Cameron was going to join me or not. He said he's watching and he's drinking coffee at 9:36 at night. Why in the world would you um, um, be drinking coffee at 9:36 at night? Charlie, that's just a shadow. So what happens is Charlie wanted to know what's the black place below Childress on the weather map. So if you look at it in 3D, three dimension, the way I pop it up, it just kind of pops out the um the area that is considered our viewing area, which Childress technically is not our viewing area, but we still added in there some anyways to kind of give it a bit of a buffer zone. But that black you see is the shadow below it. So without the shadow, it doesn't have a 3D appearance. That's the second time. It may have been you that asked me that before. I don't know, but it's the second time that's been asked to me. So I don't know. But according to Cameron, that he's watching here now, and Lindsay, his friend Lindsay, is also watching here on the phone. Good job, Cameron. And he's drinking coffee. I didn't know Cameron even liked coffee, so that's awesome. I just don't know that I would want to drink coffee, though, at this hour of the night. So the night's going well, Ty. I just actually, I've got behind my house, I've got a big feeder. That's a corn feeder. Because I live out in what's called Lakeside City, and it's kind of out in the country, sort of. My back of my house, is kind of butts up to the back end of Lake Wichita in a wooded and a field area. But anyway, I put a corn feeder up for the wildlife. Now, I'm not. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not up there to hunt or anything like that. Although, I mean, I will hunt a little bit, but not there. That's considered for, my enjoyment for pets. But I just got through looking at some of the video from my camera that I have out there, and it was really cool. A lot of raccoons, man. It's a bunch of them. They're tearing my corn up. And the doves are also tearing my corn up. But I mean, I'm putting it out there for them. But I really want to bring the deer in because I don't know. I grew up being a deer hunter as a kid, and I'm really not much of a hunter these days. I mean, I will, but I don't do much. But I do enjoy, watching them. And I was watching a little small buck on it, and about that time he's looking around, and then a coyote shows up and runs him off. So yeah, it was pretty interesting to see that. I've never seen that before, so it's pretty cool to see. Now, I don't think the coyote attacked him or anything, but they were certainly in the area. And we do have a large pack of coyotes out there, a large one. We did at one time have a large pack of pigs, but I haven't seen them lately. So, but yeah, it's interesting to watch it. I'm going to put it back in my trail camera again. I got to try to find a way to try to get, like I say, there's raccoons and, squirrels and birds are just tearing my corn up, and I can't get my deer in. But again, I do it for the wildlife anyway. So pretty interesting. Mostly this time of the year. I don't do it in the summer. It's just the cooler months. So, but anyway, so that's what I just got through doing. Of course, we'll be going on air in about 20 minutes, and I got to finish getting dressed here in a minute. Today, what did I do today? I slept too late. What, deer, Carrie? Is that what you have? So I slept too late this morning to really do anything. So I just try to get some stuff cleaned up around the house. Because I mean, if you're like me and you got dogs, and I seriously doubt I seriously doubt you guys have as many dogs as I have. I mean, I've got 6 golden retrievers and an old lab. So technically I got 7. Oh, and my stepson has just adopted a little golden retriever too. So now we got 8 dogs, but the house is big and it's spread out. And his dog stays over there with him, and it's going to go to his girlfriend's house as it gets a little bit more used to everything, so it won't be around as much. But those dogs are bringing in right now so much mud. I mean, even though the rain has been over with for a few days, it's still muddy in my backyard. So you can imagine. I'm busy my wife and I are busy cleaning the house constantly right now, because if not, there would be dirt all over everything. So that's what I did this weekend. Let's see, I worked over at the rental house, or over at the investment property. Busy doing some cleaning. And we had so much work with the severe weather last week that I didn't get a lot of chance to do a lot. So basically, this weekend I've spent the whole weekend cleaning and working. Put up a gate around the other house. I had to build a gate and put it up. Then I just did some. I'm getting ready to paint the house, so I did a lot of prep work for that. About to do some texturing, and then I'm going to paint. Hey, what's up, Suzanne? So that's what I'm doing right now, and cleaning around my house. So, I mean, as you can tell, I just have a really interesting life. I did go have a lunch with my daughter yesterday, and that was really nice. We went to El Nortino. I love their burritos. I mean, those burritos are so big, so good. So let's see here. What else happened this weekend? Oh yeah, and I actually watched football. So while I was working, I actually watched some football. I put my head piece in, or my earpiece in, and I watched. I listened to football, rather, is more or less what I did, more than anything else. So I actually listened to some good games over the weekend. Of course, the Cowboys not being one of them. Cowboys are awful. They are so bad. But, I'm never claimed to be a very big Cowboys fan. I'm not. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, and our team is equally as bad. But we did win yesterday. So that made me, semi-happy. At this point in time, though, I have to ask myself, do I really, really want them to win? Or do I want them to continue to lose to get a better draft pick? Because that's really what I'd rather see at this point in time. So, Cameron, I just sent you a link if you want to hop on with me for about 5 minutes before we have to hop off here. So if he hops on, I'll get my earpiece and I'll bring him on here for a few minutes, and we'll ask him why in the world is he drinking coffee at 9:30 at night. Cameron already has enough energy as it is. He doesn't need coffee to bring more energy than that. So, but Cameron, if you're going to jump on, you only got a few minutes here, because I've got to pop off here by around 9:50 to finish getting dressed. So, I'd like to welcome Cameron's friend Lindsay Gaffney from KOAM News there. And where are you at? You're in Joplin, Missouri. I think they went to school together. So Cameron did not jump on, so I don't guess he is, unless it's just taking him a while. So maybe he'll text me here and tell me. No. What's up, Dotsy? What's up? How you doing? But anyway, like I was saying, and I do, and to kind of go back on Cameron and drinking coffee, I love coffee too. But I drink it when I first get up in the morning, or in the morning sometime. I'm a caffeineaholic. I love it. Anything that's going to give me that boost of energy. Now I'm not crazy about energy drinks. I will drink them, but I'm not crazy about them. The crash makes me feel bad. So a lot of times I won't drink them. So how many, all right. So Lindsay, one thing you need to know about Cameron is he loves, caffeine. That's his drug. He loves it. He drinks a lot of C4s, and, I tell him all the time, I say, dude, man, you're going to die of a heart attack. You don't need to be drinking all that stuff. You need to be, drinking water, those kinds of things. And he does drink a lot of water, but that energy stuff, that's not going to be good. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's had 3 or 4 cups of coffee at night. But see, Cameron's a night owl too. He likes to stay up late, and I do too. I don't go to, when you work this shift that I work, you work late. You don't get to go like most people. You work, you get off work 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, you chill for a minute, and then you watch a little TV, then you go to bed. So, and a lot of work that I am in, however, and there is Weatherman Cam. Give me a second, Cameron. I have to go get my earpiece to hear you. Gosh, Ken. Oh. So we got a few minutes here. We can chat with Cameron. All right.
Yeah.
We call this an IFB in the world of news. Cameron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Ken.
All right. So I see you got, man, why in the world have you got on the cap there? It is not that cold outside.
Because I don't know, maybe that's why I'm sweating, Ken.
Why are you've had how many cups of coffee have you had?
This is only my second. Let's not overdo it.
Okay, that's not bad. But let me ask you this: why in the world are you drinking coffee at 9:46 at night?
I was craving it. I just really wanted coffee, and I'm having coffee.
Is it like straight black coffee, or is it like with cream in it, or how is it?
Oh no! I'm not. I'm 24 years old. I'm not doing straight black coffee. This got creamer in it.
What kind of creamer do you like? Do you like almond, or what do you like?
I'm a salted caramel guy.
Yeah, I like that too. So, last Christmas I bought Kelly a espresso machine, and of course I'm the one that uses it. She doesn't, but a lot of times I'll make the espresso, and I like to add a heavy cream to it. When you go to Italy, they don't have regular coffee in Italy, and I just got back from Italy, and they have espresso. That's what they have. And I mean, it's like a shot, literally like a shot, and they'll put some creamer in there with it, like a heavy milk. They call it latte or milk, and man, it is potent, but it's good. So I think Cameron, I think you'd like the espressos.
I don't know. It needs flavor. I can't drink just black coffee. It's terrible.
Oh no, I can't either. That just tastes bad. I like the coffee flavor, but I'm like you. I've got to have a little something to kind of give it, maybe offset it a little bit with something else. So
yeah, like it's got to have a little sweetness to it. Like I have a salted caramel coffee blend, and then I do a salted caramel creamer, and it's really, really good.
So Katie says, wait a minute, Cam is only 24. Am I really this dumb? Katie, how old do you think Cameron was?
Oh dear.
You're still a kid, man. So it doesn't matter.
I hope I don't look over 24.
Yeah, I would say you got a few gray hairs too. I'd say you look a little bit older than that.
Stop. No, we don't talk about that here.
So Alan Barnett says, from the last two major rain events we had, I have received 8.25 inches of rainfall here in Wichita Falls. Thank you, Alan, for all you do as well. Officially in Wichita Falls over the last two rain events, it's like just up over 7 inches. But it's not uncommon for Shepherd to miss out on the heaviest of the rain. So
Corey said I look 45. That is a big lie.
And no, Cameron, you don't look 45. So if you think Cameron looks 45, how old do you think I look?
Well, we all know you're 65. So
no, dude, I can't pass for 65. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Okay, 64. I'm sorry.
I just recently have started getting carded every time I go try to buy a beer or anything. So literally, though, he was 26 or 27. It's not his look; it's how mature he talks. Yeah, he is. I would say Cameron's more mature than me.
Yeah. Okay, bud.
Yeah.
Ken, I want you to know that I dragged Lindsay into this Facebook Live to watch.
Well, good. It's always good to have another colleague in on it here, and maybe if we ever start getting some good weather events, we can bring her in and talk about what it's like to be a young female meteorologist in the business right now. That might be something fun to do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe bring her in. And then eventually, when Cameron gets ready to leave or his contract's up, we can just bring Lindsay in and replace Cameron, right?
You're just going to swap me out like that?
Just like that.
Really?
Just kidding. Just kidding. So Corey says he looks younger than you, Cameron.
Corey does look young. I'll give it to him. He does look young.
How old is Cameron? How old is Corey?
I don't know.
John wants to know, is this winter 2024-25 will get cold? Yeah, it's going to get cold. It's just, Cameron and I have been talking about it. It's like everything is kind of, delayed this year. It's like we're having October weather or November. We're having October weather in November. We saw the heavy rain, severe weather early November when we should have been in early October. So everything is like delayed. And it's not uncommon when you see these transitions into these different weather patterns. So everything's delayed. It will get cold. It's coming. Today is actually the average first freeze is usually around the 11th, which would be today. And we're going to be late. It's the first time in a while we've been late. But I think that maybe middle or latter part of next week, there's a chance it could happen. So we'll see. No snow. It's way too early to be talking about that, but maybe some colder temperatures. What's up, Mark?
Are you telling me it's not going to snow next week?
No.
You literally text me saying we're going to get a foot of snow.
It'd be very odd and way out of the ordinary, especially with the weather patterns that we're in right now, for that to happen. So,
Ken,
but expect extremes this winter. That's what we'll say. Lots of warm weather, lots of dry weather, but there'll be periods where it gets cold. When it gets cold, it could get real cold. So, all right. Well, it's 9:51. I got to go, folks. I've got to go get ready for the newscast. But I appreciate you guys joining me. Cameron, thanks for joining me here, bud.
You're welcome.
What does PDS Tour mean behind you?
Do you really don't know what that means?
So did you buy that on purpose?
Yeah, it's just.
Well, you really are. You really are a weather nerd.
Ken, you hired me knowing that. That's what I am. This is my livelihood.
Well, I love you for it, and I am too. So we're both weather nerds. And
Jaden
is cool. Is the cooler of the three of us. He's a weather nerd, but he's the cool weather nerd. He's a guy we want to be like.
I've got PDS Tour over my bed frame. Then you see I have a couple of my storm chasing pictures there, and then I have my logo on there, and then I have the logo also in the kitchen too. So,
well, you're crazy about that stuff, aren't you?
I love my weather.
I know you do. All right. Well, thanks, Cameron, for joining us. Thanks everybody else for joining.